Hey there, this is Gerald Bass, creator and founder with the Rise of the 1%, reporting live from Atlanta, Georgia, here in the Buckhead area at the Rise of the 1% headquarters on this Mindset Monday. As you can see, I got one of my favorite spots behind me here at the Rise of the headquarters, which is the beautiful waterfall back there. It's a beautiful day here in Atlanta, Georgia today, and I hope that your week is starting off great as well. Today I want to talk about the compound effect when it comes to life and business. This is part 2. The compound effect when it comes to life and business. This is part 2. And the reason I say it's part 2 because I've actually put out some content before talking about this, and I wanted to expound on that in today's video. And the reason for that being is because I actually put out a podcast episode yesterday where I was interviewed by Marquell Russell. He's very successful in the consulting space. I was interviewed by him on how I built a business online to 6 figures in 12 months. And some people will see the headline on that podcast and they will say, wow, he actually built the business to 6 figures in less than 12 months. How did he do this? Well, here's the thing. Yes, I was fortunate enough to start a company and grow it online to 6 figures in less than 12 months. But what a lot of people don't see is the years of work that led up to that. And what do I mean by that? Well, for one, I actually was in the entertainment business several years ago. If you know my story, if you don't, I was. And I did fairly well in that industry, but that business actually collapsed due to the economy. And at that time, I remember getting behind on my bills, and I had to move back home with my mom. And when I moved back home with my mom, I was like, okay, I'm back here with my mom, but I'm not finna get comfortable staying here, right? And so what I did was I created a little office space in my mother's house where I can build another business. So I started a home-based business, right? I got into the network marketing industry. And when I created this office, I decided that, okay, I was finna go all in, right? I was finna go all in. And what I mean by that is it was gonna be mornings I was gonna have to get up early. It was gonna be nights I was gonna have to stay up late. And so what I decided to do was sleep on this futon in this office space that I created in my mom's house. Now, my mom had a bed for me to sleep in, so people hear my story all the time why I say I was sleeping on a futon. It's because I chose to sleep on a futon. I wanted to put myself in an uncomfortable space and a space where I'm like, okay, I need to get up early in the morning because this futon is uncomfortable, all right, and I need to be working hard all throughout the day so I can eventually get off this futon and get out of my mother's house, right? And I did that for some years at my mom's house. And a lot of people, they don't necessarily see that. They just see the headline on the podcast of building a business to 6 figures in less than 12 months. You know, they don't see the days, like I said, I was getting up early in the morning, working out, getting up early in the morning, reading personal development books, doing my affirmations, reviewing my goals, dialing for dollars for my business all throughout the day, getting a ton of rejection, doing meetings. Sometimes people didn't show up for meetings where I felt like I wasted my time, or going to meetings where people didn't become a customer, right? And I felt like I was wasting my time, okay? They didn't see those things that took place over years. They just see the headline. They don't see the discouraging parts of the time where people who you thought were your friends or who you thought were business partners on you literally turning on you, right? They don't see that type of stuff. All people see is the headline. A lot of people, a lot of times, all they see is the end result, right? They don't see the work that it took over the years. The same thing with launching the Rise of the 1%. First launched this company, was billing on this business at least 20 out of 24 hours of the day, billing on this business. When we first started the Rise of the 1%, early mornings, late nights, all throughout the day, prospecting, all throughout the day, putting out content, all throughout the day, doing strategy session calls, throughout the day as well, going through courses, learning new material so we can implement in our business, okay? People don't see that. All people see is the headline. They don't see the going to conferences, right? Traveling, investing on your last dime at times. Okay, they don't see that, right? To get information, to make connections, to network, to really take things to another level. People don't see that. The uncomfortable investments you may make into coaching or mentorship. People don't see that. All right, all they see is the end result. And I want you to know this. So today, no matter where you may be at, all right, at this particular time, understand that it's a compound effect when it comes to life and business. It's all based off your choices and decisions, right? Today, you may be reading books every single day, personal development, or reading books to tighten up your skills when it comes to building your business. And you may not see the results today. The results may come into place years down the line, but you have to keep going. You may be dialing for dollars, right? calling on potential customers and clients for your business. And people may not be getting started right now. You may be facing a ton of rejection, but you have to keep doing it over and over and over again. Eventually you get better, and then you start to close more. Okay? You may be going through disappointments when it comes to your business right now. Right? Maybe some of your friends are no longer your friends like they used to be. Or maybe some relationships are not the same. Right? Or maybe someone turned their back on you in your business. But you have to keep going forward. That's all a part of the journey. That's all a part of the journey to success. A lot of people will not see that type of stuff. They just will see an end result. But for you to create the end result, you have to keep pushing. You have to keep moving forward. You cannot give up. You cannot quit, because that's the only way that you fail. All right? You may be making some uncomfortable investments right now. Maybe you have invested into a course, a program, or coaching, and you may not be seeing the results today. But if you take that information that that coach or that course is sharing with you, or the conferences that you're traveling to on your last dime, you take that information, you consistently apply it over time. It's called the compound effect. Eventually, it will yield results. So just keep that in mind. So I hope you got some value out of this video. Feel free to share it around on Facebook, on Twitter. Anybody else you feel can benefit from this information. Drop a comment below.